Hey YouTube, Repo Man 64. What's going on? We're still waiting and we're still watching. Waiting for that blessed day. All of us are. I've seen a few videos from a few watchers that are just like, they seem baffled by this. And that's okay. Definitely it's okay. It's stressful. We've been trying to figure this out, and I can promise you sometimes I'm just like, are we even supposed to be doing this, trying to figure this out? But then I read the Bible, and the Bible clearly says, watch, otherwise I'll come upon you as a thief. So we're doing what we're supposed to be doing. And then I talk with YouTubers. I'm not going to name names. I talk with several of them, and they're just like, I don't know what's going on. We should be out of here. And then one very prominent YouTuber says something really special, and it floored me. And I was like, he's like, maybe we're not supposed to be trying to figure out when the rapture is. Maybe we're supposed to be trying to figure out when the tribulation begins, because the passage does read the great and terrible day, great for some, terrible for others. But I wanted to go in this and give encouragement to everyone. I want to encourage everyone and let you know that everything we're doing, everything we're trying to figure out has been stepping stones in the direction that we're supposed to be going. And I want to remind you, and I think everybody misses this. There was a parable that said, in the last days there will come mockers and scoffers. Mockers and scoffers of what? The date setting. They're trying to figure this out, and every time we missed it, they were there laughing and pointing fingers. And that prophecy was fulfilled very, very well. Very, very well. But there's another one. There's another prophecy that is being fulfilled right now, right before our very eyes, and I think we're missing it. And I'm going to show you what it is. Jesus tells his disciples to pray while Jesus goes off by himself to pray. And this is the account here in Luke. Now, I want you to notice a couple of things about this account. Excuse me. This account shows that Jesus is praying on the Mount of Olives. And in this account, when he comes back to find them sleeping, and he said, and when he arose up from prayer and was come to his disciples, he found them sleeping for sorrow, and said unto them, why sleep ye? Rise and pray, lest ye enter into temptation. So even Jesus is telling them to stay up and pray. Don't give up. Just keep going. Don't stop. Just keep on watching. But are we stronger than the apostles? I don't think so. I think that they were standing right there with the Son of God, God Almighty, Jesus Christ, right in front of him, and they missed it as well. They finally, of course, we're here now because of them. God used them to create this mass movement across this entire planet. There isn't one religion, not one religion, that denies the fact that Jesus Christ was here. Not one religion can deny the fact that Jesus, in their own way, not in our way, he's God, and he came here and died, and 3 days later rose and paid the penalty for our sins. But in their own way, I mean, they missed the mark, but in their own way, they all revere Jesus and recognize that they might have made a mistake back there 2,000 years ago in not revering him. So we continue. Remember, they fell asleep. This is the Luke group. The Luke group, we believe, is the bride. The bride has fallen asleep. Let's go over here to Mark. And he cometh and findeth them. So now remember up here, Jesus prays at Gethsemane. It's being named a different location. Over here, the Mount of Olives. Over here is Gethsemane. I just noticed that, and I believe that has importance. And he cometh and findeth them sleeping, and said unto Peter, Simon, sleepest thou? Couldest thou not watch 1 hour? Watch ye, and pray, lest ye enter temptation. The spirit truly is ready, but the flesh is weak. And again he went away and prayed and spake the same words, and returned again and found them sleeping. Again, for their eyes were heavy, neither wist they what to answer him, and he again, so found him sleeping. He seems to be a little bit upset in this passage. He's questioning them, why couldn't you even just stay awake? And Luke, he just said, hey, wake up, like your mother waking you up in the morning nicely. This is like your father waking you up in the morning, throwing water in your face. Get up! It's a different wake up here. He's just gently nudging them, warning them, hey, stay awake. Over here, why aren't you awake? Couldn't you stay awake? And 3 different times he returns to them and finds them sleeping. Over here, we don't have that account. We have one time. And again, a gentle nudge to wake up. Over here in Matthew, again, 3 different times. And he came, and again, it's not going to show, I didn't put it up here, but it's also the Garden of Gethsemane. And he came and found them asleep again, for their eyes were heavy, and he left them. Does anybody see that? And he left them. He left them and went away again and prayed the 3rd time. It almost looks like there are 3 events where Jesus comes to collect. And there is a group that will be left. And there is a group where he nudges awake and he takes them, left them. A final example of this is the 10 virgins. And I'll read that to you in a second. Here's my thought. My thought is that we are fulfilling prophecy right now. I'm at the end of my thing. I see a few items coming up in December, but nothing as strong as I felt for other dates, but things are showing up. And there's many that are still trying to put something out there, but kind of lost our luster, kind of lost our drive on trying to figure this out. And that's okay, because we're fulfilling prophecy. We're supposed to fall asleep. And we're not stronger than the apostles. We're going to fall asleep, but it's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. The work is done. The work was done by Jesus, and he's going to nudge us awake and take us. And then the others, he's going to leave. It says it right there, clear as a bell. And he left them. So, final example, the parable of the 10 virgins. All 10 virgins are saved. All 10 virgins are virgins. All 10 virgins have been chosen. They're all locked away in the room. The only difference is half of them, some of them, were prepared. They had oil. The other half were not. The other half had work to do. They had to go out and get oil. Here, when Jesus says, leave me for I knew you not, is an intimate setting. It's not that he doesn't know them. It's not that they're going to the lake of fire. These 5 virgins are virgins that Jesus did not know intimately, like his bride. The same exact response that Jacob gave to Rachel during those 7 days. Perhaps she would say, we're going to be married anyway. And she'd say, no, I don't know you. I know Leah. You have to depart and give Leah her 7 days, and then I will come and get you. Those 7 days meaning the 7 years. The same thing is happening here. The 5 virgins, they are saved, but they have no oil, so they have work to do. Just like Peter out on the water. He walked out on the water to meet Jesus, and he had to keep his eyes on Jesus the entire time, because if he did not, he began to sink. But he had work to do. He had to walk out and meet him. The saints of the tribulation will have work to do. It's very clearly written in the Bible, and they know it. They know there's things that they must do. They'll express it to you every time you're speaking with them. You can pick them out of a lineup, and it's okay, because that's a great number that no man can count. It is absolutely an enormous number, and no man can count how big that number is, Bible records. So here we go. While the bridegroom tarried, and they all slumbered and slept. What does it say? It says they all slept, all of them, not five of them, all of them. And at midnight there was a cry, a shofar trumpet blast, I'm guessing. Behold, the bridegroom cometh. Go ye out and meet him. Then all those virgins arose. And you can see here in the story where five of them had oil, five of them didn't. Five of them had to go to work. They had work to do, but they were left. They were not known in an intimate way. They were not taken at that point. You can clearly see it in the account of the praying at Gethsemane where Jesus left them. He left them. But it's okay. They're very important. I mean, we're here trying to save people from hellfire, not from being a saint. They're saints, and that's what they are. And it's okay because they're going to be saved by God. You have to have faith in God. He's going to do what he's going to do. Let God be God. I've said that so many times. Let God be God. He's going to save these saints. He's going to carry them through. Everything's going to be fine. Whatever happens, happens. But the bride, we're going to escape all these things. And it's going to happen any second. Literally, there's nothing that needs to happen. I've looked at Damascus for a while, but I'm not sure. Ken Potter has a video coming on tonight with Jocko. And one of the questions I ask is, are we going to get a warning in advance? Do you think there's going to be some kind of a warning that says go? You saw in this story right here where the cry went out at midnight that the bridegroom comes. Is that what our warning is? Maybe our warning is just the shofar blast, and we know to be ready because it's about to happen. Does that shofar blast happen 3 days in advance? Does it happen moments in advance? I don't know. At some point, they get up. The bride. I know that the 10 virgins, 5 of them did not have time to go get oil. I don't know how far you would have to go get oil back in those days, but they didn't have it. They went to get it, and by the time they got back, it was too late. So, anyway, I want to give everybody encouragement. We're fulfilling prophecy right now. They fulfilled prophecy when they mocked and scoffed, and there's one final prophecy that needs to be fulfilled, and that is falling asleep. That is trusting 100% at the foot of the cross. Nothing else. Absolutely nothing else except being at the foot of that cross and trusting that Jesus did it all. He did everything. There's nothing of ourselves. All of it was him. There is no work to be done for the bride. So, Repo Man 64, just a video of encouragement. No new dates for me. I don't have anything. I've kind of fallen asleep. So, keep watching, listening for that shofar. It's going to happen soon. All right, Repo Man 64. Have an amazing... Oh, remember, go to a quiet place by yourself. Nobody needs to know, and you don't need to tell anybody. Accept the Lord into your heart. There is not much time left.